Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we are talking about the one and only Turbo coin, ladies and gentlemen. Right, if we go on Turbo's Twitter, we can see that there are no new updates at this current time, but that is okay considering, Turbo has done so much. Over the next couple of months, I expect there to be more quality updates over quantity, right? The days of getting listed of all on all these little exchanges here and there are most likely over. I'm sure there's still a couple exchanges that we can possibly get listed on, but in terms of very big impactful news, it is definitely going to be more selective, and there's definitely going to be periods of time where nothing happens major. Okay, I know Robinhood is definitely on the cards. Um, for me, that is going to be big shout out to Uber Eats for sponsoring this video. First 50 people get $20 off their first two meals, which means you can literally eat for free. Just use the code on your screen or the link in the description below. Number one, like Turbo's number one goal, of course, is to get listed on Robinhood. I believe Robinhood will be listing Turbo and a bunch of other meme coins and cryptos in general over the next couple months. We've been seeing a lot of adoption all over the world. So for me, it would just be bad business for someone like Robinhood not to list Turbo, right? Especially that massive exchanges and institutions were accumulating Turbo, bought Turbo, a lot of Turbo just a couple weeks ago. And that's what I'm saying. I really do expect things to be good. I expect things to be getting listed on Robinhood sooner than later. When exactly, I do not know, but I would just put a lot of money that it is going to happen. Listen, if we go to the price, we see at 0.005, we have dropped off a little bit. We are 154th in the world, and we are 347 million market cap with almost 100 million volume. So not bad at all. If we go to the holders, ladies and gentlemen, before we go look at the price, we can see that we are almost at 55,000 holders, which is what we love to see, right? Turbo is growing regardless of price. And we know price has been slowing down and going down the last couple of days, a week and a half. So, and it's still been growing, which is what we love to see. Now, before we jump into the turbo charts, ladies and gentlemen, right, we have to discuss Bitcoin because I believe Bitcoin is looking to have a big pullback. Okay, we know that there has been a lot of exhaustion, a lot of signs of saying, hey, look, things are going to kind of reverse, right? Last week's candle was pretty weak. Then, we closed fairly well, but instantly we swept it and now we have sold off massively, right? We go to the 4 hour candle, we engulfed all of the progress. If we go to the last couple hours, we could see that boom, yeah, swept, manipulated instantly, and we most likely will be coming back down to the 100K area at the bare minimum. So, that is, that means Turbo is definitely going to be pulling back. If we do have further pullbacks, then I could definitely see something like Bitcoin going to even 98K. And of course, we would take things one step at a time. If that were to happen, that means we would drop roughly, either roughly 3% or 5.5%. So if we go to something like Turbo, we know last time we dropped 3%, Bitcoin dropped 3%, that means we dropped 12%. So if we did have something similar, we might be dropping 12 to 20%. And that would mean, back to 0.004, right? That would mean down here to these levels. If you guys don't know, in recent times, Turbo already showed some exhaustion, right? The momentum was really slowing down. We broke structure. We retested off of this trend line. We continued to go lower, right? Creating a lower low, right? We failed to create higher highs consistently. We talked about how in the last video, yes, we did wake up, but look, we did create a lower high, and now we are going to go and create lower lows, right? We are going to be coming into this general area over here before we possibly get a little bit of a bounce back. Okay. So, for me, I just see discount opportunities. That is all I see when, price is coming back down. I personally think, Turbo is, in my opinion, worth the risk when it comes to a meme coin. But once again, you do have to remember it is literally just a meme coin, right? Sure, there is actually some real usage behind Turbo. It's not just as, as literally just a meme coin. It has a little bit more value, but it's still a lot of the narrative does come from the fact that it is a meme coin. Okay, so just be wary about that. Just be wary about that. Um, but I'm super, super confident in Turbo. I believe Turbo is going to do very, very good this cycle. I'm not really worried. If we go to some of the other coins, if we go to rankings, we go to meme coins, right? We can see a lot of it's just been like the same top dogs we're consistently competing with. Peanut, AI, all these coins, Toshi, they at one point a lot of these coins were above us at one point consistently, right? Consistently, but they have fallen off, and I do believe we will be looking to overtake most of these coins. Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Width is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16. We are 16th, right? So we are kind of just fluctuating between 16 and 13 with that I've been noticing, right? You got to remember not everything's going to pump at the same time, not everything's going to dump at the same time. But I do believe Turbo is going to enter that top 10, top 8, possibly even fighting for top 6, right? Something that may be competition. I'm not going to count the first four, right? It was probably Bonk, Far, Whiff as our biggest competitions. Brett and Pengu, mm, I'm not like the biggest fans of them. Brett, I am more a fan of Pengu, but they are kind of like wild cards to me if they perform. Mog, I do believe we will destroy. So yeah, couple wild cards in there, couple close calls, but I do overall think Turbo will have its uh, shine. I do truly believe in that. But yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys are doing. Portfolio reviews, economic and global updates and news, frequent up-to-date technical analysis, and a very supportive community. Sell and buy calls and trading education is provided. If that sounds good to you, now is the time to act. Once the markets start moving, there is no I should have, coulda, woulda. Now is the time. If you want to take things to another level, we have the blueprint that covers everything from A to Z in crypto that you need. No fluff, no bullshit, just the most important news, fundamentals, and technicals to have you succeed in these markets. Doing next, how much turbo do you have? You don't even tell me the exact amount. Is it a big portion of your portfolio? Do you only hold turbo? Is it only like 5%? I don't remember the last time I checked my portfolio in terms of um, doing the calculations, but I remember at one point turbo was already below 10% of my holdings. So yeah, I do have the meme coins in there, which is mainly turbo, but I do have a lot of like utility coins too because I like the idea of being having my eggs in a couple of baskets. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.